I miss dumb games. So if you're new here, I'm currently in my year of the backlog, where I'm not playing any new games and exclusively playing games that I already own or have access to. So this week I decided to re-download Pursuit Force on the PlayStation Network, as it's a game that I've revisited quite a bit over the last few years, and I just wanted to see how it ran on the PS5. And y'all, I'm happy to report that not only does it look pretty good on PS5, it is still an incredibly dumbass delight. If you're unfamiliar with the Pursuit Force series, they were a couple of PSP games that were basically every trope from an 80s cop show wrapped in a comic book bow. Vehicular combat is the name of the game, with a delightful mechanic that allows you to jump from vehicle to vehicle and hijack them from your enemies. As you can see from the gameplay footage, this is not the pinnacle of high art, it's just a really stupid idea done fairly well. Could have done without the on-foot gameplay though. As I sat there playing Pursuit Force and reminiscing about my days playing the PSP in high school, I couldn't help but ask myself one simple yet poignant question. Why are games so afraid to be dumb nowadays? As a millennial who grew up throughout the mid-aughts, my childhood was filled with dumbass games. I mean, the PS2 and Xbox libraries are largely just developers going bonkers and seeing what happens. Fusion Frenzy was the one game bold enough to know that cage sumo wrestling was the thing that would improve the Mario Kart formula. Vanquish feels like it came from Shinji Mikami watching a guitarist power slide and asking himself, what if that was a gun? And y'all, I'm so happy I live in a world where I got to play through the answer to that question. Hell, Kingdom Hearts is dead-ass Tetsuya Nomura asking himself, yo, what if Cloud squared up to Donald Duck? Look, maybe it's just my personal taste, but I truly believe that stupidity begets brilliance when it comes to video games. And while the early days of the open world genre saw everyone and their mama try to be a GTA clone, during the 360 era, it really evolved into a bastion of idiocy. And I do have to give my props to the original GTA trilogy of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, because they were pretty insane games themselves. I mean, you've got cheat codes where you can fly a car or drive it on water, but once you would get to like GTA 4, it would really lean more into realism than goofiness. I feel like Crackdown really got the insane open world vibes going at the start of the 360 generation. While the story did have a fun twist, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't give a shit about the narrative in this game. I just wanted to see how much stuff I could blow up in a single playthrough. I mean, the skills for kill system really encouraged you to just go outright bonkers with how you handled any given situation, and the more insane things you did, the stronger you got, so you can do even more insane things. There's a reason why I consistently go back to this game almost 20 years later. That realization, don't like that. Then you had Just Cause 2 and 3, which through the amount of weapons, the grappling hook, and wingsuits that they give you, you can just really go buck wild on whatever island you're charged with liberating. I truly believe the grappling hook in Just Cause 2 is one of the greatest innovations in gaming, because you truly haven't lived until you grapple hook an enemy's jeep to your helicopter and then just use it as a wrecking ball to get through a base. It's just the chef's kiss of insanity. I argue that Just Cause 3 is the best in the series with the amount of things you can do, the physics engine. Just Cause 4, it exists. It's a game. It's fine, but like, you know, it's no JC3. And of course, I'd be remiss talking about insane open world games if I did not talk about Saints Row 2 through 4. While Saints Row 1 was very much a not GTA clone, Saints Row 2 through 4 just ratcheted up the stupidity in some of the most brilliant and insane ways. Like, Saints Row 3 is still one of my favorite open world games to this day, just because it starts at 10 and somehow continues to escalate. You get light cycles, VTOLs, you get a fucking dildo bat. Like, what else could you want in a game? And while Saints Row 4 kinda jumped the shark for me with the superpowers, it is kind of the logical escalation of where that series could go. And you know, considering what Saints Row 2022 is, I can't really be that harsh on Saints Row 4. I mean, honestly, the turn the series would take with the Saints Row reboot is kind of indicative to the problem with our current era of gaming. But before we get into that point, first, a public service announcement. Oh hey, didn't see you there. I know where you think I'm going with the next part of this video. Look, we all have problems with the mediocrity endemic to our current era of gaming, but the culture war some of you still so avidly fight was manufactured by Jeffrey Epstein and his billionaire buddies. Don't let the pedophiles win. Blame capitalism, not wokeness. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do, 90s PSA me. The rampant corporatization of the gaming industry has led to games becoming safer and safer to be more broadly accessible. So this is how you get a series that once proudly let you beat people down with a dildo bat, toning it down to be more of a 4-quadrant experience. Instead of genuine flights of absurdity, we now have quippy millennial writing, which, as a millennial, I apologize. I don't like it. I don't know why they think that's something that appeals to, you know, me. Cause it's not. It's very bad. Like, I don't know who could hear this.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
And go, yeah. That's something that will delight and charm audiences. It feels like in the pursuit of capital, we've lost the silliness and experimentation that made gaming such a joy to begin with. Games are made by people, and you used to feel that personality come through, be it AAA, mid-budget, or indie games. From that tight minute-to-minute gameplay of like a Half-Life or a Halo to the emotional experience of a game like Braid, you used to feel the ideas, the tastes, the sensibilities of the people making these games. I really miss that feeling, and I light up whenever a newer game can give it to me. It's wishful thinking, but I honestly think that if publishers stopped viewing audiences as their personal piggy bank and as a group of people they're supposed to delight and entertain, hear me out, I think people might actually start buying games again. I know, it's a strange theory, it's a little on the beaten path, but I think it might work. If you need any credence to that theory, just look at every indie game and AA game that's lit up the charts over the last few years. Like, you know, when Hollow Knight and Expedition 33 are your top candidates for Game of the Year last year, and none of the AAA nonsense made by the big publishers, that might tell you what audiences want, but what do I know? I'm just a guy sitting in front of a bunch of flowers. So if there's any core takeaway from this video, it's that we really need more dumb games, especially in these incredibly trying times. What were some of your favorite flights of idiocy in gaming of days gone by? Let me know below. But with that, I've been Joe. This has been Taste. Thanks for watching. Love you so much. I'll see you in the next one.